Okay, so hopefully I'm live this time. Let me know in the chat if that actually worked because I felt so bad yesterday when I did my entire live stream and then realized that I never hit the go live button. So, lessons learned on the YouTube streaming platform. I'm used to streaming for my church, but we stream through a platform called Restream that I guess automatically starts the YouTube live. And so I wasn't expecting to have to hit a button. And so I was, you know, a little out of my element. Hey Peggy, hey Paula, how are y'all doing? I think we're gonna have a smaller crowd tonight. I apologize for butchering this terribly last night, but I'm excited to talk with you guys about cord cutting, tell you a little bit about my story, talk through some options that you have, and even walk you through my own personal account for the streaming service that I use so that you can decide if cord cutting is right for you. I certainly hope that we get some more people in here. Let me actually text my grandmother because I knew that she was wanting to be here. I don't know what she's up to tonight. So, um, okay. So, can one of you confirm that I'm actually live this time by letting me know in the chat? Let me see. Am I live? Question mark. We're gonna hope. And I see Peggy said yes, and Paula says woohoo. So I'm gonna assume that means we're live. Um, I actually did show up, Clay. Isn't it awesome? I did my entire live stream last night and then realized that I was a pleb and never hit the go live button. Apparently that's important. If you're gonna go live, you have to hit the go live button. I was telling the ladies here, yay, it's running fine. That makes me excited. Um, I'm used to doing the live stream for my church, and they use Restream because we do Facebook and YouTube. And for whatever reason, with Restream, it automatically starts the YouTube stream. So I was assuming it was going to do the same thing when I just streamed to YouTube. Clearly, I was wrong. But, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about my personal experience with cord cutting, what made us decide to make those changes. So basically, about 2 years ago, 2.5 years at this point, we were still living in our apartment at the time, and we were actually doing Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University, trying to save some money, and was really evaluating our budget to figure out where we could save some money, what our options were, that kind of stuff. And we were paying almost $160 a month for cable. We had AT&T Uverse. That may have included our internet. I'd have to go back and double check, but I want to say it was two separate bills. And so we were paying $160 for cable, and that wasn't even like their highest tier package. I think that was like their middle tier of 200 channels, or whatever these cable companies are coming up with these days. So anyways, me and my wife, we just kind of started chatting about it. We're like, I've heard of this thing called cord cutting. I don't know anything about it, but that might be something we want to consider. And so I started doing some research and realized that I wasn't going to miss out on a whole lot if I went to cord cutting, and I was going to save a significant amount of money, which is awesome. And so we ended up doing that. We actually tried out our streaming service for about a month before we committed to actually canceling the cable when the contract was up. And we did that. We absolutely love it, and we haven't turned back. So I hope that I can give y'all some insights on some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that might be different between some of the platforms. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Yes, Paula, it can be so expensive with dish and cable. We had cable internet at our apartment, and just the cable was expensive, but then you add the internet on top of that, we were paying probably $200 a month in all of that. And I was like, if I'm already paying for the internet, then why can't I just do cord cutting and not have to pay for the cable? And it's worked out pretty well so far. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this over to, let me try that. There we go. Okay. So we're going to talk about, there's going to be 3 main options. There are a couple of other options out there, but I'm going to talk about the 3 main ones. 2 that are very similar is going to be YouTube TV and Hulu plus live TV. And then there's a more budget-friendly option if you're wanting to save even more money, or you don't watch a whole lot of TV, then Sling TV is a good, cheaper, more budget-friendly option. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So you can look here pretty quickly that it is $49.99 a month, which that is a lot better than $160 a month, in my opinion. One of the great things that I absolutely love about almost all of the cord cutting platforms is there are no contracts. So the days of contracts with cable companies is over. It's just like Netflix or Hulu or any of those other services. You can have it for 1 month or 2 months to watch your favorite TV show. And then once that TV show goes off the air, if you want to cancel it, be my guest. You have that power. So, Clay, you love YouTube TV, not in the same class as Hulu TV. I am honestly going to agree with you. I personally have not spent a whole lot of time on Hulu TV, but I'm still going to offer it as an option to those people who already have Hulu and just want to add that on. We'll talk about that a little bit. I am going to talk about YouTube TV first. This is actually the one that I personally use. This is the one that I personally prefer. And I'll actually show y'all why I prefer it here after we talk about it. But again, $50 a month, that's all. There's no hidden fees, there's no contracts, none of that. It's $50 a month. You can cancel anytime. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. You can already see just here from the front page, you'll have all your local channels. So ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC. And it actually does this based off the zip code that you give it. So it will have all of your local news stations. Like I know here in Dallas we have WFAA that's on ABC. And then obviously Channel 5 News is our NBC channel. So you can get your specific local area networks through YouTube TV, which is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and click the See All channels. So again, you've got your 4 major home networks. If you're into news, ABC News, CNN, Fox News is on here. If you come down here, you'll see that that's also an option. So definitely have all of your news sources. If you're a fan of Walking Dead, like me and my wife are, we absolutely love AMC. I used to watch Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad and all of those AMC originals. So you're not going to miss out on any of that. Animal Planet, Paula, I know that you love dogs. I don't know how much you watch Animal Planet, but YouTube TV has Animal Planet. BBC America, if you like to watch some of our British televisions like Doctor Who, I used to be into that show a lot, and so that's also on here, as well as, British World News, which is awesome. CNBC, if you're interested in the stock market, doing any kind of trading, you know that CNBC is, always doing their shows for the stock trading, like Monday through Friday, so you're not going to miss out on any of that. Cartoon Network, along with all of the Disney channels, so Disney, Disney Junior, and Disney XD, for all those little kids and younger kids that you want to have content for. You're not going to have any trouble there. Discovery Channel, I used to love Mythbusters. I was really, really sad when they stopped doing Mythbusters. That was really hard for me. Fox Sports 1 and 2, all the ESPN channels. So again, if you're a sports person, most of your sports is either going to be ESPN, Fox Sports, or you're going to find it on your local channels. Like, I like to watch the Cowboys every once in a while when they're actually playing. FX channel, so I'm a big fan of movies. So you have all three of your FX channels. Do you already have YouTube TV, Paula? I see that you said that you really like it. Food Network, I try to avoid that because I'm trying to be healthier. I mean, granted, there's probably some healthy shows, but what's the guy? The guy with the frosted tips that goes around and eats like exorbitant amounts of food. I think his name's Guy. I don't remember, but he eats a lot of food, and I'm like, I don't know how he does that, but more power to him. Freeform, as we all used to call it, the ABC Family channel, Golf channel. Honestly, I didn't even know they had a golf channel. Like, is golf a sport that they play all year round? Or do they just do a lot of replays on that channel? I'm honestly kind of curious because... Okay, so it is Guy. I was wondering. Yep, you do get all of your HBO channels, Clay. I am going to get to that. I love being able to have everything in one spice. Yeah, Guy, is it Fiery or Fury? I don't even know how you say it. The guy. Whatever. You know what I mean. Investigation Discovery, if you want to, what are the murder mysteries where they're like, I came home and my husband was dead and I found out it was my best friend and all that crazy stuff. I actually kind of like some of those shows. HGTV, PBS Kids, again, you have all the PBS channels. The Olympics channel. Do they play Olympics year-round? Again, questions that I want to know. Honestly, maybe we'll have to check out some of these channels. National Geographic, like getting some pictures of those lions. Obviously, Oprah has her own TV channel now because she's that cool. Sci-Fi Channel. So many movies that I watch come from the Sci-Fi Channel because I'm a big, space and futuristic guy. And the CW. I love the CW because they have all the DC Comics shows. Found out recently that there is a new Batwoman. Batwoman just started this past year. I did not know that, and I thought it was really cool that they started another one, but I was already watching The Flash and Supergirl, and now they have Stargirl. I've started watching that one. Then they have Batwoman now. They have Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. So yeah, there's so many. Hey, Grandma, how are you doing? Good to see that you're here. You're going to go bobsledding, Clay? That's super awesome. Hey, how are you and your wife doing? I know y'all had a little one not too long ago, Clay. I hope y'all are doing well. Yes, that is a good point, JD. You can watch YouTube TV on Google Home Hub, which I absolutely love because I have Google Home. I have Google Home and Alexa because I'm a smart home channel guy, but I find myself using Google more than I use Alexa, and I love that I can pull up my YouTube TV on my Google Home Hub in my kitchen while I'm cooking dinner. I can still watch my shows, and I don't have to worry about it. Oh yes, Paula, you can definitely see your sports on YouTube TV. We'll get into that a little bit more. YouTube originals, really, there's only one or two YouTube originals that I've liked. If you've never seen The Thinning, and both of the Thinning movies, I really liked them. Some people don't like Logan Paul. I don't really care for him either. But I really liked the story arc and idea behind The Thinning. So you should check that out. Like Clay was saying earlier, you do have additional networks that you can pay an additional fee and have them immediately in your YouTube library, your YouTube TV, HBO being the big one, but obviously Cinemax, AMC Premiere, HBO Max. Has anybody tried the new HBO Max service? I haven't tried it yet. I'm not really sure what the difference is between the two. But if you've tried it, let me know in the comments below. It's definitely on my list. Showtime, Starz, so basically all of your, movie channels or movie subscriptions where you can find more of that stuff can be added. So let's keep scrolling down. Cut the cord and save $700 a year. In my honest opinion, I think they kind of lowballed this number. Because like I was saying, I was paying almost $160 a month for cable. And now I'm paying $50 a month for YouTube TV. So that's $110 a month. If you times that by 12, that's over $1,300. That's a lot of money that you can save in a year just by getting rid of cable. To be entirely honest. I mean, obviously you can add your HBO and your other things that might make it a little bit more expensive, but I think they definitely lowballed this number. I'm going to catch up on the comments here. 5 months old. Oh, yeah. Trust me. Wait until she gets to 20 months. That's how old my kid is, and he's climbing on everything. He's into everything. I love the kid to death. But man, you have to keep an eye on them. They are pretty crazy. There's a Cobra Kai based on the Karate Kid. Awesome. See, I might have to check that out. I didn't realize YouTube had so many great things. So again, you can add your additional services. So this is where I made my decision on YouTube TV versus Hulu plus live TV. Record unlimited storage space. I don't have to worry about deleting things on my DVR. That was so hard with me on my DVR platform, with my DVR, you get to 98% full and you couldn't record anything else. You have unlimited storage space in YouTube TV. The only caveat to that is anything that you record, if it is been more than 9 months since that show or that movie or that episode has aired, then you won't be able to access it anymore. For me personally, if I don't watch something within 9 months of it originally airing, chances are I'm not going to watch it. Also, almost everything gets replayed at some point on some channel on YouTube TV. And the great thing, I'll talk about this a little bit more when I start showing you the actual platform. But YouTube TV, what am I trying to say? You don't have to set up a recording for a specific channel. You set up a recording for a specific show or a specific movie. So it doesn't matter what channel it's on across the entire YouTube TV library. if that show or that episode or whatever that you want to record airs anywhere at any time, it'll automatically add it to your library, which I love that. Also, stream your library wherever you go. I love the fact that with cord cutting, I can watch my TV shows on my phone, on my iPad. I can watch them on a friend's TV. I'm not confined to having a DVR box in my living room and only being able to watch my television when I'm in my house. I love it that I don't travel a whole lot, but when I do, I love having the option to take my TV with me. It took a while to get used to not having channel numbers. Yeah, Paula, I can agree with you on that one. It is a little bit of an adjustment. You're sure your DVR houses every episode of Seinfeld? Well, I'm sure that you can add it to YouTube TV if you haven't already. So also you can share with your family up to 6 accounts. I love this. I have an account. My wife has an account. I gave my brother an account. I gave my sister-in-law. I gave a couple of family members accounts. And so you can share. You can have up to 6 accounts on one subscription of $50 a month. So if you have kids or grandkids or whatever, you can share and they can have their own account. And you don't have to worry about whatever they're watching messing up your recommended stuff, which is really awesome. Only thing, 3 simultaneous streams. So with YouTube TV, you can stream on 3 devices at a time, or 3 accounts, which we've never really had a problem with. I guess some people have a little bit of a problem with that if they have multiple family members and they're all watching different shows. But like me and my wife, we watch a lot of stuff together, and I don't watch a whole lot, so it's not that big of a deal for me. Cancel whenever you want. No contracts. Peggy, I think you're going to like this because I know you said that I think you said you were stuck in your contract until August. You don't have to worry about contracts with really any of the streaming platforms for cord cutting or cable replacements, which I think is awesome. So now we get to talk a little bit about what devices you can play it on. Paula, I saw yesterday in the chat when I didn't hit the go live button that you said you have Roku. So, hey, look, there's Roku. Chromecast, that's all, based on your phone. You get the little HDMI thing that plugs into your TV, and then you can just Chromecast everything from your phone. They obviously have Apple TV, which I've been wanting to get an Apple TV, but I haven't quite bitten the bullet on that. If you guys have any thoughts on Apple TV, let me know in the comments below. I might do a future video on it. We have an LG Smart TV, so this is how we usually access all of our streaming services. They also have the Samsung Smart TVs, PlayStation and Xbox, so both of your major gaming consoles. Unfortunately, yes, they do not have Nintendo Switch. Hulu Plus Live TV does, which I thought was interesting, but they have not added it for YouTube TV. I'm sure that they'll add it at some point. Vizio, Sharp, so obviously all the major TV brands, Android and iOS, so all of your cellular devices, iPads, all of that, and Amazon Fire Stick. I have one of those too. Obviously, I invest in way too much technology around this house because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 of these 12 options in my house, which makes sense. I'm a smart home guy. But so yeah, that's kind of the platforms that you can use it on. Again, unlimited storage space. And that's really the biggest thing about, no contracts, no hidden fees, no commitments. I really love YouTube TV. So I'm going to talk to y'all. Xbox has been your best experience with YouTube TV. Interesting. I don't know if I've tried it on the Xbox. I find myself using the Amazon Fire Stick more than I use my LG TV app just because my remote for my TV is not the best. I love that with the Fire Stick, it's not infrared based. It's apparently my wife is calling me. She knows that I'm streaming right now, but I'll have to call her back later because apparently she wants to FaceTime. So I'll have to call her back later when I'm not streaming. Smash that like button. Yeah, modern day tech. Smash that like button. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna do. Okay, she's gone now. I'll have to call her back. So yes, how are you doing, Eric? It's good to see you, man. Anyway, so that's a little bit of the overview. So now I'm actually gonna show you the YouTube TV platform, which actually I've learned that I have to log into YouTube TV from the other web browser because it'll log me out of YouTube, and then I won't be able to see the chat, and it'll make me super sad. So you've tried Hulu TV. I need to try Hulu Live TV to kind of have an opinion on that, JD. But that's really the consensus that I've heard across the board, is that the YouTube TV interface is much more intuitive than Hulu, which is really its only true competitor. I know there's Philo, there's a couple of other streaming options, but none of them really compare to YouTube TV like Hulu does. Let me do this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, enter. Woohoo! Yeah, y'all get to see, that I have a password. Most people do. Yay. Cancel. Go away. Next. Ha! So Clay, you also tried Hulu? Yeah. See, that's kind of the consensus that I've gathered from most people, is that Hulu TV is just not as organized, is not as intuitive. You're still stuck, and we're going to talk about Hulu TV here in a minute, so I promise we'll actually talk about it, and I'll tell you why I don't really care for it. But, you're still stuck with the DVR storage capacity issues, and whatever, remind me later. I actually just want to get to, oh, come on. Whatever. No, I don't want to set up my TV. I want you to just take me to you. Come on. Okay, hold on. Get the most out of YouTube TV. Blah, 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 blah. Well, why aren't you gonna... Probably because it'll only let me do it on Google Chrome, which is gonna be unfortunate if that's the case. Because, well, I'll just do it, and if I lose the chat, I'll figure that out in a minute. My cat is now starting to make noise, so if y'all hear her, I apologize. She gets upset when she's outside and I'm in another room and she can't be with me. She's a very needy cat, unfortunately. I'm doing great, Eric. I'm actually starting a new food plan. This is only my second day. I'm trying to be healthier because I find that I don't fit in my tuxedo as well as I once did, if you know what I mean. And so I'm trying to lose some weight to be healthier. And so I'm kind of going through some brain fog and all of that from the lack of calorie intake, I guess. So I'm adjusting to that. Probably part of the reason why I never hit my go live button last night. It just completely, I don't know. I'm still not 100% there. Used to be a diehard Sling fan. I tried Sling once, Clay, and I was not all that impressed. I think that was before. I think they have DVR for Sling now. Obviously, I'm sitting here pumping YouTube TV up and talking a little bit less nicely about the other two platforms. I promise that there are some pros to the other ones. We'll talk about that. But anyways, so here you'll see I have a list of top picks for you. This is basically based on what I've watched, YouTube will recommend stuff to me. Anytime something is live, you'll see that there's this little live, that one's a bad example of it, but there's a little live button down at the bottom. Let me see if I can find a better example of the live thing. There's probably going to be something. We'll find something in a minute, and I'll explain that. But anyways, you can look through all this, and here's one, live. See, it says live, WE SmackDown, and it shows a little preview that I can watch, which is awesome. So you can see like where something is in a movie if it's currently live. Obviously, I have my list of resume watching. If you've never seen The Martian, it's an amazing movie. If you liked Castaway, it's basically the same thing but in space. That's my synopsis of The Martian. Anyway, so you have a bunch of different. Here's all your add-on stuff, so you can, like, if I wanted to watch Detective Pikachu, that's only on HBO, so I can just click on this, and I believe that I can click here, and it'll let me add HBO to my library. I actually haven't done it yet, because my wife doesn't want to have a bajillion streaming services, which I honestly don't disagree with her on. They don't carry the Big Ten channel? Okay. And not enough of the ESPN channels. Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. The channel options are a little bit slimmer on Sling TV. So obviously I've got some movies. I mean, obviously some content. Again, we can see some of these live previews. I'm trying to get down to the part where it says recordings, because I wanted to show y'all. Where is my recording section? I know there was one. I saw it the other night. But last night when I was doing the stream, when I didn't hit the go live button, I had 9 things recording at the same time on YouTube TV. So you don't have to worry about any of the simultaneous recording limitations that you have with a cable DVR. Usually they only let you watch, record 2 HD channels and 4 standard definition. You don't have to worry about that with YouTube TV. I think the most I've ever recorded at one time is like 15 things, which is crazy. If I hit library, maybe it's in the library section. Obviously, I don't use this enough. So again, if you go to your library, it's going to give you just more of a, hey, this is everything that you've set up to record. So news in my library, why is WWE Friday Night SmackDown in my news category? Anyone want to answer that one for me? What part of wrestling and men in tights beating each other up has to do with news? I really want to know an answer to this. Because all the rest of this I get. I mean, obviously, closing bells, trading, and a lot of this stuff is actually news related. Impractical Jokers, again, sometimes you just... Oh, it says new in your library. I'm an idiot, guys. New. There's no S. There's no S. Again, I'm having brain fog, so we're just gonna go with this. Let me pull my chat back up. I think I probably got kicked out of here whenever let me pull up my YouTube chat over here, because I have a feeling y'all are probably chatting right now. I'm just not seeing it. So let me switch my wonderful little accounts. Get back. Ah! That's not what I wanted. Okay, cool. Let's see here. La 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 la. I gotta send the security code. Blah blah blah. Why do I keep doing that? No, I want to try another. What am I doing? Ah. Okay, hold on. I'm over here messing all of this up like a pleb. Let's try again. Let's do this. Haha. There we go. I'm just going to be very careful on what I click on. It's very important. Oh, come on. Ugh. Couldn't verify who the account belongs to. Are you kidding me? You know, I'm just gonna have to learn this whole live stream thing. I'm planning on doing this more. So let me know in the comments below what topics you would love to see me talk about in the future. Clearly, my password is incorrect, which doesn't. What did I do? I didn't do anything. You're supposed to just work. Okay, hold on. Gotta pull up my little password thing, because I want to see y'all's chat again. I don't want to be that guy that isn't seeing all of his people's chat. Okay, clearly I'm struggling. Y'all are probably making fun of me right now. I'm not gonna lie, because I am having such a hard time getting into my YouTube account on Safari right now. Like, what is all that about? I don't get it. Let's try this. Hey, look, that worked. Now I'll just update my password so that it actually works next time. Hey, look, I think I worked. Oh, come on. Remind me later. Okay. Let's get back over to my chat. Where is my YouTube studio? There it is. Videos. Live. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Talk to you later, Modern Day Tech. It was good. Can you explain how to share the account with family, especially if they are not in the same residence? Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. Every once in a while, it'll come up and like make you verify your zip code. I haven't had any problems with it. I share it with my brother and my dad and my sister-in-law. How you're gonna do that, JD, is you're gonna go up here to settings, I believe. Let me see if I can find it. And you're going to go to family sharing. And then when you're on family sharing, then it should give you the... I obviously don't want to share my family's email addresses, but you should be able to go into family sharing. It's as simple as putting in their Gmail account and, popping that in here. And then here is obviously where you can select additional memberships, so like HBO Max, stars, and it tells you the cost for each one. It's really nice having all of these kind of in the same platform together, which I really, really like. And then the live guide, you can actually rearrange your channels on the live guide. I'll talk about that more here in a minute. Can y'all let me know if we're still good? I think I'm seeing the chat now, but want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Let me know in the comments below if you can hear me. So yeah, most watched. Here we are, scheduled recordings. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 things are recording right now. I've got a couple of things that are going to start around 9 or 9:30 tonight, 10 o'clock. I always record the news updates just so that I have them. One of the things that I love, like with YouTube TV, you do still have your traditional live guide, and you can go through and see what's live on every channel. It gives you the little previews, which I find really nice, because the one thing that I hated about my traditional DVR is I would go to a channel and it would be on commercials. So obviously right now I see that this is a State Farm commercial. So maybe I want to go to Transformers. I can see obviously the Transformers movie is playing right now. So that's really awesome, and like any guide, you can go through and find, there's no channel numbers, it just has the channel name. Kind of like Paula was saying, that's a little bit of adjustment if you're used to channel numbers. But one of the biggest things that I love about YouTube TV is the fact that I can search for things. I absolutely love it. So, like, if I want to look up all of the news, then I'll just go here and I'll say news. Well, obviously, it's giving me news updates at 10. It's giving me a couple of options. Newsy. I don't want newsy. I want news. If I search news, then it's going to start giving me some more news type shows. Again, not always 100% accurate. Why Big Bang Theory shows up under news, I do not know. But let's say my wife, she really loves Survivor. So we'll just search Survivor. So we'll see here there's a show called Survivor. I can click on that. And then every show, movie, series, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube TV has these really nice little synopsis pages. It tells you obviously the name of the show, what channel it airs on, gives you a little bit of a blurb. So castaways inhabit a remote destination and attempt to outwit, outlast, and outplay each other for a prize of $1 million. And then I can see there's some similar Naked and Afraid. That is definitely similar if you're into that kind of content. Ninja Warrior, obviously Survivor, they have to be strong and be able to survive, so I can see how that kind of plays in there. And then you'll see here, it just lists, this is season 40, and this is all of the episodes. And I've had this being recording for a while, so these are episodes from 4 months ago. I can still click on these and be like, oh, hey, look, now my Survivor show is starting. I can fast forward through just like I would on any other show. It has a little, it's very intuitive in my opinion. I'll go ahead and, oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go back. Go back. Come on. Anyways, so you can see it's very intuitive. Unfortunately, so yeah, you can even do like sports shows. Here's how I should have done news. I should have clicked on their pre-made category for news. So that gives you all the news. I can go back and I can click on movies. If I'm feeling like I want to watch a movie tonight, hey look, these are all the movie options that I have. Great thing about YouTube TV is if you forget to record something, it does keep it on there. You have to watch like YouTube's ads every so often. But you can still watch some of the stuff even if you forgot to record it. So I'm going to see if I can maybe find an example of that. Let's do, I guess, Zombies 2. I've never watched this. This little plus button, this is how you add something to your library. Obviously, I haven't added this, but it's showing me that this was aired, a video on demand 3 months ago. I can still play this even though I didn't record it. I'm just going to have to deal with all these little yellow dots is going to be like their ads, which really isn't that bad. So hopefully that makes some more sense. I know that I'm going in more depth on this, but I absolutely love it. I've recorded so much content. I couldn't possibly watch all of the things that I've put in my library. I think I looked, like, I have over 300 movies in my library. And so Lilo and Stitch, just about anything. I've perused the YouTube TV world. So, this is going to do you well. If y'all have any questions, I can get into some more specifics on that. But I am going to move on and talk a little bit about Hulu because I know that we've already been here for about 45 minutes. And I do want to talk about some of the other services, but if you do have any specific questions about YouTube TV, let me know and I'll hit you up. So Hulu plus Live TV is what they call it. It's a little bit more expensive. It's $54.99 a month, but that includes YouTube's Live TV setting plus their Hulu streaming library, which if you know, they have quite a bit of the TV content on their streaming library. Needed some water. I'm getting a little. So all of the platforms have a free trial. Most of them are a week. I think either Hulu or Sling is only like 3 or 4 days. So just be mindful of that. Make sure you check how long the trial period is. Just like YouTube TV, Hulu has almost all of the same channels. All of your local channels, ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, Animal Planet, CN. Cartoon Network, all of your Disney channels, so all of your kids stuff is on here. I would be very surprised if you didn't have PBS Kids. I'm not seeing that specifically on this list, but I would be surprised. Again, almost all of your ESPN channels, College Extra, so all of your sports stuff, Sports 1 or Fox Sports 1 and 2, your movie channels, all your FX channels, HGTV if you want to watch people remodel houses. That's a big thing. Again, CNBC I know is on here somewhere, so if you're into stock trading. Well, thank you, JD. I'm glad you like it. I hope you have a good night. And I'm just going to keep going through this real quick. It looks like we've got a dwindling crowd. So, which I'm surprised a lot of people stayed as long as they did. But if anyone's still there, let me know. So anyways, I think the only difference that I've noticed is A&E. You're not going to find A&E on YouTube TV. I was a little sad about that when I first switched because I used to watch a lot of live PD. But unfortunately now due to current events, it appears that show has been canceled. And so really I'm not missing a whole lot from not having A&E in my library. Like I said with YouTube TV, they have unlimited storage. With Hulu, you are stuck, I believe it's 50 hours on their base platform. Let me see pricing. It should say, record live TV up to 50 hours of DVR storage. So you are a little bit limited there. I will say that they do have this add-on. I just saw it. There was the add-on for the upgrade your cloud storage to 200 hours. That was one of my biggest pet peeves with Hulu. I already have unlimited storage on YouTube TV, so I don't have to worry about this. I will say, though, they do give you the option for unlimited screens. That is something that, plus enjoy 3 screens on the go, upgrade to watch unlimited screens at home. So whenever you're at home, you can watch on as many screens as you want. When you're on the go, you can have 3. Normally, like without this upgrade, you can only have 2 streams at a time with the Hulu Live platform. Oh man, he's got the Mav channel. Let's see. I don't even. You make a very good point, Peggy. That may not be on there, unfortunately. I've never even watched the Mav channel, so that may be one that we might be lacking on. I will show you this while I'm on this. I love YouTube TV and how they handle their like sports team stuff. So like obviously here's Dallas Mavericks. If I add Dallas Mavericks as a thing that I want to watch, it will automatically record any and all games that involve the Dallas Mavericks, regardless of what channel it's on. A better example of this is like my dad. He loves TCU, so even all of the college type sports, you're gonna find those. I've added this one, but you can see 7 months ago, 6 months ago, this was from back in the fall, had all of the TCU football games. So I can go through and watch any of these because I've already had them recorded, which is awesome. Search Gears. Okay, we're going to search Gears. Gearz. Stacey David's Gears. I guess this is a show that I'm assuming it looks like it shows on ESPN sometimes. Looks like Motor Trend. So Saturday. It looks like Saturdays at like 5:30 in the morning. So there's a couple of episodes on here. I'm not sure if you'll necessarily get the newest episodes. But it looks like there's at least a little bit of something on here, if that helps answer your question, Peggy. Back to Hulu TV network add-ons. Again, you can add HBO, Cinemax, all of that, premium networks. So yeah, HBO Max, Cinemax, Show, Stars, you can do all of that. And then again, basically all of the supported devices are the same. Obviously Hulu, you've got Apple TV, you've got Chromecast again, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is not on YouTube TV, which is really awesome. Android TVs, Samsung TVs, a lot of the TVs, Android and iOS, are both on here. Apple, yeah, Android, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. So again, you've pretty much, except for the Nintendo Switch, that is not on YouTube TV, they support almost all of the same platforms, which is really awesome. And so that's kind of the extent of Hulu. Again, my biggest con for them is there's still a DVR requirement that you have to meet as far as number of hours you can record. And then they also, I've heard that their interface is just not as well done as YouTube TV. And then last but not least, our budget-friendly option is Sling. You are not going to have as many options with Sling, but they are going to be definitely a cheaper option. They have Sling Blue and Sling Orange, so they're two separate things, but each one is $30 a month. With the Blue, you can stream on up to 3 devices. On the Orange, you can only stream on 1. This one gives you 50 channels. This one gives you 30. This is going to be, the Blue is better for your news and your entertainment. Your Orange is going to be better for your sports and your family type content. You'll notice some of the channels like A&E and AMC are on both packages. CNN is on both packages. But like ESPN, all the sports channels are not going to be on the Blue package. And then a lot of the news, like Fox News, a lot of the news channels, you're not going to find those on this other package as well. So it's a little bit more limiting, but it is a cheaper option if that is the way you're wanting to go. Hey, Maker in Training, how are you doing? Glad to have you here. We're getting towards the end of our live stream, but I'm just showing off Sling at this point. Again, you can have some of those add-ons. Yeah, this is the free 3 days. So Sling is the one that has the 3-day trial. I think both YouTube TV and Hulu both have 7-day trials. I had to think of what the word I was looking for. Again, watch on Sling. Basically all of the same options. Do note that PlayStation is not on the list. It's only Xbox One. I did notice that they do not currently have a PlayStation 4 app for Sling TV, and also they don't have Nintendo Switch. But most of the other ones is very similar and comparable to what you would find on the other platforms. What's up, my home kit? My home kit home. Man, that's a mouthful. How you doing, bud? Hey Larry, good to see you. I know, I totally butchered my stream last night. I really apologize for that. I literally did my entire stream thinking that I was talking to y'all like through chat, because some of the responses y'all were doing was actually responding to stuff that I was talking about. So it completely slipped my mind that I never hit the go live button. I definitely learned my lesson and will make sure not to make that mistake in the future. Anyways, does anybody have any questions? Are there any pressing questions or things that you want to talk about more specifically about cord cutting? And I can show y'all more about the YouTube TV platform if that is something that you're interested in. I really love the way that it's laid out. I have been very pleased with my choice in going with YouTube TV. a lot more intuitive and not really advanced, but just better organized than your traditional cable DVR. I can search anything that I want to search. So let's see. I know Clay was mentioning this earlier, but let's look for Steinfeld. That did not work. Obviously, I can't spell it, but see, look, Seinfeld. Even the older shows, if they're airing on TV, you can go find them. And I mean, I can look on this, like a couple of these were in the last couple of days, but I can change the season, and they even have showings for season 1. So if I started recording this now, it would actually start recording. I'm actually going to do that because I'm kind of curious to actually watch it because I've never watched it. And then I'm going to do the same thing with Friends because I have never seen Friends either. Don't shoot me, but once you add it, it might take it a while to build up a good library. But with as much as a lot of these popular shows air on TV, after a while, you'll end up with most, if not all, of the episodes. Like, I've had Big Bang Theory going for a while, and I can see here 2 weeks ago, I mean, this one built up pretty quick for season 12. So it looks like I have all of the episodes for season 12 of Big Bang Theory in my library. And you'll notice, like, some of them were on My 27, some were on TBS. Like, it doesn't matter what channel it's on. It's still going to air. Is Sling available outside the States? That's a great question. Let me look into that just a second. That's what I have. Oh, you really like YouTube TV? Is that what you're saying, Larry? Also have Netflix. Yeah, I have Netflix. I don't have Hulu. Never really got into Hulu. Just the normal streaming platform. I have Netflix, Disney Plus, and then I kind of go back and forth with HBO and some of those other, like, more premium subscriptions. Let's see. Yeah, I know, because they don't have YouTube TV outside of the U.S., I believe. So, let's see. Sling. What is Sling? Let's do a search. Let's say, is Sling available outside the States? Sling TV service won't work outside the U.S. So that, unfortunately, will answer your question. But what you could do, HomeKit Home, is get like a VPN service and do a VPN to a United States VPN server, and then you should be able to sign up for YouTube TV. And I know that like OpenVPN, I think, is the one that I've used. Let me look here real quick. This is the one that I think I used, Personal VPN. Where's the pricing? It's only a couple of bucks a month, so it's definitely a way to get to some of those services or some of those things that are only available in the States. A good way to do that is going to be through a VPN. That's exactly what I'm saying, Larry. Yeah, so this is what I've used. Take me to Private Tunnel. So this is like, okay, here we go. And then plans. So yeah, $6 a month. It looks like you can have a VPN and you can select a United States server. And guess what? Now you can watch YouTube TV, Sling, Hulu plus Live TV. All of those options will become available to you. So what all do you use your VPN for, Larry? Do you sign up for any of the streaming services for like the UK and Australia and some of those other countries? If so, tell me like what you've done. I'm kind of curious because I've got a VPN, but I've never gotten into it too deep. So again, going back to Big Bang Theory, like I can go back to like season 5, like even probably season 5, I'll have most of the shows, just because I've had this selected for so long. Basically, now they've pretty much aired every single episode at some point since I started recording The Big Bang Theory. So I could literally sit here and binge watch the entire Big Bang show beginning from season 1. So I can do this. Here's the pilot. It aired 2 months ago on TBS. I just hit play, and guess what? Now I'm watching the very first episode of Big Bang Theory. Like, it's so simple. It makes it awesome. You've got ExpressVPN. How do you like that, HomeKit? So anyways, yeah, you can watch just about anything. That's why I love it. Do we have any other questions? I know it's 9 o'clock, so I'm probably going to get off here before too long, but if we have any more questions, I definitely want to make sure that I answer those for you guys. Mostly use it to protect yourself from hackers. That's a smart move. I have VPN on this computer, and I'm pretty sure that I don't have it on right now, but I almost always have it on like a United States server, and I just browse that way. So yeah, VPN is also a really good way to protect yourself. Well, if there's no more questions, you're back, Modern Day Tech. Welcome back. We're getting towards the end of our stream. I was asking people if they have any questions specifically about cord cutting or any of the options that we talked about, and just trying to see if I can help anybody out before I get off for the night. So Eric, I know that you're definitely more tech savvy. I mean, we're both YouTubers in the tech world. Did I check my text messages? I can do that. Let me see. Do I have text messages? I don't think I have any text messages. Oh. Got it. Yeah, I know. I probably should be a little bit more mindful. Thanks for the heads up, Eric. Maybe you can give me some pointers on how to avoid that kind of stuff in the future. Because I know that you can't hide everything, especially when you're on a live stream. So I'm going to switch back over here to my face. Y'all get to see my lovely face. So, so if there's no more questions, then I'm probably going to get off for the night. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful evening, and God bless all of you. Have a wonderful night. And if you have any questions, or if you're watching this replay back and you feel like you didn't get an answer, feel free to drop a comment below, and I will definitely try to help you out where I can. You're not a big live streamer for that reason. Yeah, I've thought about it, Eric. You'll have to text me and let me know what you saw, and I'll see if maybe I can go cover it up. Yeah, that's a big concern for me too, but at the same time, like, as long as my address doesn't get out there, I'm not going to be as worried about it, as long as people don't know where I physically live. But you'll have to hit me up and let me know what you saw or what made you decide to text me. I honestly didn't even know you had my number. Like, that's awesome. So, that's probably what you saw. You probably saw my phone number. Okay, anyways, I'm going to get off for the night, and if y'all, again, if you're watching back over this, you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below, and I'm going to go take care of my crazy cat, because she's obviously not too happy right now. So, I hope everyone has a great night, and I will see y'all on the next live stream. I'll make sure I actually hit go live next time as well. So, have a good night. Talk to you all later. Bye.